Morning once again, Edirt. Nice and easy Hollywood Hills this time around. No big events that I've been covering for the off-road side of things, but what I did go up to this weekend was a fantastic activation. It was 100 years of BMW Motorrad and all the BMW Motorrad clubs. And this time around I was working with Thomas Bohm and the guys down in the Lowveld, and they put together an incredible activation. They are blessed with some of the best riding terrain in the world. We used to call it ET, it's now the Lowveld, and I tell you what, riding from Sabi to Hazyview has to be one of the best bits of tarmac in the world, as Clarkson would say, but it truly is. And the cambers are just perfect, and we actually worked with the guys down there. BMW have been activating all over the world, all over the country. If you guys have a look on Facebook and any of the social media, the guys were down at the Knives and the Heads. I know they had an activation at Red Star Raceway as well. They had an activation down at Cape Town. This was the Lowveld. They utilized 100 BMWs on the road at the same time on the 100-year marker of the anniversary of BMW Motorrad. And that incredible piece of tarmac was our venue. Well done to Thomas Bohm and all of the crowd down there. I know Tom works very hard on his Sabi Riding Academy, and obviously he was the right man to actually drive the train. Myself and Kerry, we went up there, we were part of the chain, and as you can see from the footage, absolutely insane. We started out with 98 bikes. There were a couple of Johnny-come-latelys. We did achieve our 100, and the drone footage really set the tone, and I think it's probably one of the best activations we have seen across the country, if not across the world. Most of the bikes were the impressive GS series, but there were a lot of superbikes out there as well, and the guys did get to go and throw down their hot laps if they wanted to. Looks like we got the timing just about right as well. Perfect conditions on the Saturday, and when we climbed into the cab and drove home on Sunday, very, very hazy, misty, standard option Sabi style. Normally this time of year you expect it to be quite clear, but it looked like it was going to burn off. But real fun weekend, and thanks once again to Thomas Bohm and Bohm Zederberg for looking after us. Tom and Jackie, thanks once again guys, always a pleasure to go up there. Let's look forward to what is happening in the rest of the month. August, still nice and busy for the National Offroad Racing guys. We spoke about it last week. Kua Bokkeveld down in Cape Town. That means most of the guys are loading up this week and heading on down there. Best of luck to all you guys. And I've got my fingernails ready because I think it's going to be an absolute nail biter. The old war on the motorbike side, KTM versus Yamaha. Yamaha know exactly what they've got to do. They've got to pick up the pieces of their season that they looked like they'd lost at the previous round at the Toyota Desert 1000 in Botswana. We all know the story. It's now time to turn around the season. But remember, KTM are leading things out in the overalls in the open category, with Ross Branch standing his best chance to walk away with his first National Off-Road Championship title. And we'll be watching out for that. Or we'll see if Kenny G can come to the top of the pile. Captain Consistency on the Cargo Racing Husqvarna. He needs to start bagging those wins if he wants another championship. Remember, he has a #1 plate at the moment, and he is your reigning champion. So never a man to write off. Pentecost, though, is always going to be a hard charger, and we know that he's put in the big work, as has his former teammate, or sorry, his new teammate now, should I say, Brett Swanepoel. And Brett Swanepoel in the OR3s is going to have to do the big chase down. Low Schmidt, we know he's the man to beat in the OR2s, and looks like he's already got more than one finger on that trophy. Good luck to the guys on the two-wheel side of things. And the quads, it's always going to be a big one. It's going to be a hard one to count this time around, with Brian Baragwanath still missing in action from his injury woes that he picked up in the desert. Hannes Simon, Hayden Jacobs, Rasman Ferreira, too tall. I don't know if he's going to make the trip down there, but definitely those top three will go after it, as will big man Oosthuizen. I don't know if the rest of the guys are going to make it, the guys that are regulars on the top of the pile in the GXCCs. I actually threw Henny Mikau under the bus at the previous round. He was your overall winner, and we'll definitely give him his props going forward. Hopefully he can make it down, because he looks like he's in a good form. But at the moment, the man to beat on the quads will be Hannes Simon. Going forward after that, that brings us straight into September. Bit of a weird start to September. It looks like we may have some holes in the calendar. And that little teaser that I sent you guys last time of the bonus round of FJX, we're just making sure that there are no calendar clashes. I'm working closely with the guys from Van's Racing Division, and the Van der Westhuizens are going to be able to drop that bomb in the next couple of weeks to let you guys know when the bonus round is. The whole idea is to make it an absolute banger. Make sure we've got all the pros, all the intermediates, and make it the ultimate FJX event of the year, so we get a stacked gate throughout all of the categories. That's it for now. Next week, I'll be reviewing the brand new 2017 launch of the Husqvarna range. Super pumped. Fred and all the boys, I've seen some incredible stuff online about the bikes. Super amped to get onto them. I'll actually be stepping onto the bikes on Wednesday morning of this week out at Rhino Park, and I'll be bringing you all of the reviews. It'll be our first review show on Hollywood Hills. That's coming next week. Until then, stay on the trails. Have a coffee on me.